Hey guys, I'm tilted, and it's not because level 16 Elite Barbarian slapped me in the face with her sword and snacked on my tower. It's unfortunately because of Clash Royale and the sentiment and the community and just how we're headed, you know? I gotta have this conversation with you guys because I think it's actually genuinely important. So if you look at the trend of the game, it was really low for a while, and then zoop, it goes all the way the heck up here. And then it starts tilting. And we are on a decline. It is not looking great for the game. People are pissed off. The game developers have decided to aggressively monetize with heroes and also level 16. And y'all are rightfully upset. So if we go to the community, we go to the comments, and any platform whatsoever, my guy, hi, I'm James here, is rightfully pissed off. Now imagine still playing this pay to win and repetitive game where most people always lack potential and reaching the world championships they wanted to reach. So he's just saying like this game sucks. And genuinely, hey, I feel you. If you don't like a game, a lot of times it's important to communicate your sentiment because you probably liked the game before. That's why you started playing and you wanted to get changed. You wanted to be better. And I am right there with him. Like, I don't like heroes. I don't like level 16. I mean, I like heroes. I just want them to be balanced, right? Like, I think there's potential for that. Level 16, it was never good, right? We don't want to have our interactions not change at all unless we don't spend money. If we don't spend money, you guys remember I did make a video back in the day for level 15, and you don't spend money, your musketeer, it dies the fireball. If you had the same interaction, level 15 now kills it because you didn't upgrade. And the same thing, like you have your level 15 muskie now, it dies the fireball if you don't upgrade it to level 16. So it's not like we want to upgrade, we have to upgrade, Clash. And we've been saying that. And this guy is upset. He's like, this game sucks, this is repetitive. I don't think it's actually as repetitive as you might think. I think they're changing it a little bit too much, so it doesn't feel repetitive. But he goes on and says, just thank things, Jinxie. So yeah, I guess shout out to Jinxie as well. Like, I mean, obviously I'm grateful for that. It's grown everyone's community, probably a bit more than Clash Royale has ever expected. You know, they're not giving it as much credit. The updates get worse and worse, and it's not even worth playing until you all know this, bro, for real. The only thing that I want to say is like, when you do see that once, it's like, whatever. Yeah. Hey, it just feels bad as a content creator. And part of the thing that I'm trying to say is like, why I'm tilted and try to communicate this to y'all is the viewpoint, obviously views going down. It hurts. It stings. It sucks. Like you look at that as a content creator and you're like, damn, that really hurts. For me, it doesn't matter as much as it might for bigger YouTubers, maybe like people with families, kids, and also people that are trying to base real life financial decisions. And then they're like, wow, the game's going great. It starts going down. They're probably screwed, man. That sucks. It's not funny. I just do that as a response to laugh sometimes. But yeah, I mean, for content creators like me, I spend a lot of money on my videos. When I have projects where I pay my editors a lot more and then the video does trash, like I actually have had videos recently that I've lost money on. That's not sustainable. That sucks ass. That's awful. But yeah, it's not something that is cool for the game to just go on this loop-de-loop roller coaster ride. But it feels especially bad when you go to every single thing and you see the same thing posted over and over again. Because like as content creators, I swear, at least for me, I try my absolute hardest to communicate these messages to the community managers and the developers as much as possible because I care about the game. I want to do as well as possible. I literally care about nothing more in my life. I know this might sound like pathetic, but than my YouTube channel. I want to grow it as much as I can. I want to create content that I care about and that I like. And to see the game like getting torn to bits, like guys, it's 3:48 a.m. I can't sleep right now. That's not healthy, right? But I'm sad, man. Like shit sucks. Also, I just want to let you know, like if you do post this on every single thing, I get it. I vibe with you. I just also don't want to see it as much as well. Like I don't know. Try to if you see the content creators that actually do really care about the game, that are trying to communicate with the developers, you try to boost it up a little bit and be like, yo, yeah, like not every single time, because it is like a circle jerk of negativity. And when you're seeing the game decline and it's going to shit or it's doing a lot worse, still not like terrible, but it's not doing great, right? And then you also see negativity. I did cherry pick this one example. Do not hate on this guy by any means. He's also, you know, able to say his own opinion and maybe he thinks it is like constructive. I think the best resources, hit up the people on Twitter, hit the people up on Reddit. Actually try to go straight to the source, or when you are saying this, like try to do it in a more empathetic way instead of being like, yeah, don't play this game when it's like, you know, your goal and you also love the game too. Like I I don't know about all the other content creators. There are some people that just don't give a shit and they just want to get as many views as possible. And they're trying to, hop from game to game and then chase trends. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, those people are just on that grind set trying to make money. That's not me, but those people, whatever they want to do, whatever. I think that comment to a lot of people is just, it's not productive. So yeah, just want to explain that. And then if you go to a lot of other stuff in the Clash Royale community, like as a YouTuber, right? It sucks, man, to see the game we love, like 170,000 dislikes, 114K likes. I don't even know how the hell that's possible. It's not even incentivized to dislike because you don't even see the dislike. You have to download something in your browser to be able to see it. So it's funny. Dude, I laugh at this all the time, but it's also sad. Like you see all this is good. This is a quality meme, but at the same time, you're just like, damn, every single thing that's hitting the top of Reddit is negative. And it's good for that to actually happen. So then Clash Royale sees it. I just think it's bad for me or content creators' mental health or just health in general of just seeing negative shit, every single thing. You can also take the alternative approach. By the way, I love Boss. He's actually one of my favorite people and probably one of my better friends in Clash Royale. I don't know if he knows that, but yeah, he it makes more sense and more money also and more views to write some negative thing. I do think it's a self-fulfilling prophecy a little bit, so I try not to do that. And also it just isn't something that I personally like doing, even if it would make more views and more money. But it is good I think for him to do that because number one, it makes more money if he wants to do that so he can fuel other content. Number two, it is good so then Supercell sees, oh crap, we don't want all of the advertisement platform basically of our game to be negative crap. Because if they go on YouTube and they see that, be like, oh, wait, no, that's not great. A lot of companies pay a lot of money for positive feedback on their stuff, right? So this is good. I think that's genuinely good. And I want to make that 100% clear. I don't like that at all, though, personally. Just because there are YouTubers that don't do that, there is actually an incentive to do it, right? I want to show there's a clear incentive for people to make negative things about the game. And I don't do that because it makes me less happy because I love the game. I like focusing on positive. I don't know if you guys know this, I was really sick back in college and I learned just by being more positive and being happier with the things that you can control, life gets better. If you guys are ever going through something and struggling in life, the more you dwell on the negative, the more it is a self-fulfilling prophecy and the more that stuff is the thing that becomes your reality. And I try to stay away from that as much as I can just because I try to control the things that I can, and I will message the managers and the community. I'll show you guys that in a second, by the way. I don't know if I should be showing that at the start before I get hate comments and be like, Jake, don't say that you're doing things and you're not, because damn, we do that a lot. We do spend countless hours on Slack trying to fix the game. But yeah, so for example, B-Rad, other content creators that have spoken out, been very vocal about it. A lot of times it's not great to get a shit ton of hate. This guy got 4.6 thousand upvotes of hate for buying an offer where he wanted to create content on it, right? He bought a $100 offer, which got access to the champion so he could, make content on that because that's his livelihood, right? You spend all this time, all this effort, my entire heart and soul, everything I care about in my life is YouTube is the most important. I'm sure the thing was the most important for B-Rad back in the day, at least when he was doing that. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't still. I don't know his priorities. He's still a great guy. I just haven't talked to him as much recently. But yeah, the fact that he got an absurd amount of hate, there are some people that understood and they're like, unfortunately, the only way to obtain it is spending the $100. He's protesting against level 15, not evolutions. Solid point, actually. Yeah, people just will be like, you have to do everything as I do and not trying to understand content creators don't have the complete control of everything. I think it's different when a content creator spends $1,000 to $2,000 or $3,000 at level 1, buying all the new heroes and then creating BS content that they don't have to do and beating up on people at lower arenas and then pushing all the way up and doing that. If you typed negative comments on that, that's different than I think buying Pastoral or buying the new heroes. And you just don't know what happens behind the scenes from content creators. I know B-Rad specifically spent hours with me in person at Supercell talking to them about hey, don't do level 15. Bad for the game. And then they're like, interesting. Just send it. Just send it 2 days later. I'm like, shit, man. How's that even happen? So other stuff I spent countless hours typing up a 5-page analytical draft on why Mega Draft was bad and why it would ruin the game for a season. They saw it. They're like, yeah, no, seems like I'm just going to send it because risks are important. I'm like, oh, no, come on. No, we're not going to send this. And then they sent it. I'm like, ah. So, yeah, that sucked ass. That was a thing. Truthfully, like every single time I look at Clash Royale or just the community on everything, is like, what are your thoughts on decline? I wanted to actually, because it's a good faith question, right? You see it all the time and your mental is just like, boom. You see the views lower, you're like, boom. You see another negative comment, like, boom. It shit sucks, man. You don't want to see all that everywhere all the time. So, trust me, I'm aware of it, at least because I respond to every comment. I'm reading things at 3:54 a.m. I've redone this video like twice because I've been rambling too much. I realized it was too long, but yeah, let's try to do it short. Oh, sick. This did not glitch this time. Love to see that. So, hey man, I was just giving you guys an example of things that I sent to the community managers. This was like 2-3 years ago. I didn't want to leak something currently because maybe they get more pissed off if it's an older manager that, I wrote something shorter. Like, I just give you an example of the things that I've done, like behind the scenes. So like, if you think during all these things that I don't do anything or that I don't see things, guys, I'm not joking. I spent 100 hours of my life trying to make changes or communicate feedback and screenshot your guys' stuff in the chat and talk to managers directly. That shit made no difference. So basically I said, hey, I read and reply to comments for 2 hours, 3 hours yesterday. The update has gone unprecedented hate from the community, even from casuals, which really hasn't happened to this extent ever. The overall sentiment is that players feel that the game is trying to monetize too much. They see level 15. I did an older comment because I don't want to show level 16. This new pass rail change champions all this as improving money instead of focusing on the core components of the game. They feel like the Supercell cares too much about the short term too much instead of the longevity of the game. And this is something that I've always said. Like, I care about bringing a better game for the future, right? Like, if you have a better game, you are going to monetize the shit out of that game. You're going to make way more money because there are going to be a lot more people playing it. If you have more people playing, you make more money. If you piss everyone off and they quit, you're going to get less money in the long term. I've said that to them so many times. I'm trying to like communicate in their language and stuff like that. It's just, it didn't work because I think my hypothesis is I think that there are people that are employees that are going to get bonuses or benefits or generally promotions, I guess, if they monetize the game or do well, right? If there's a financial incentive for the game to monetize, then people are going to do that. Or maybe there's overarching like goals that they have to reach. I'm not sure what it is, but that would make the most sense to me because the short-term version definitely is a detrimental thing to the game. As you guys saw here, like, this is predictable. They knew for sure that having all of that would be bad for the game in the short term. There's no way that they think it's going to be long-term. The level 15 negative outreach that you guys see everywhere is just like boss showing that. And like, look at how you don't want to see the regular stuff on your channels get 40,000, 29,000, and then the 113,000. And if you type in BRAD level 15, level 15, oops, I'm a dum-dum. It's just the freest content ever to get a lot of views. And BRAD didn't create this because, I'm not connected to the internet. Sick. We love that. All right, I've been trying for 5-6 minutes. Still not working. The internet is down. I guess I got to go and spend like some gems up in here. Maybe 555 to unlock for internet. But yeah, you guys got to trust me. BRAD got like 1.5 million or more views on negative hit pieces on Clash Royale, and they did not respond. So it definitely caused a bit of a rift there. And we're all trying our hardest. And just because, we're not all creating content about negative stuff on Clash Royale doesn't mean I'm not messaging them and saying, hey, these are the things that my community wants. We want to have, after level 15 in the pass Royale update settle. Yo, deja vu yet again. Do I send it? Do I be like, hey, look at China, look at the things that they've done? Because the zombie towers defense, that was a wave thing that they showed in China, and I hit them up in 2023 with this. Yo, did China just yoink my ideas or your guys' ideas? Oh yeah, have a zombie towers defense to see how many times you can last against waves, and there's a global leaderboard, maybe rewards and achievements for it, and then also they wouldn't be giving out that many rewards because then the higher skill people would get it, right? Oh wow, so that would make sense for them, and then it would also give people incentive to play more, and then it would just be good overall. But like, that just, it would be so sick. We don't even need rewards, we just need more game modes. We want updates that make the game better, not worse, right? Imagine what an awesome concept. Or in-game puzzles where you have to figure out a way to take a tower given a certain amount of elixir and units in your hand. Like, some way of taking the tower, setting up a push, like you throw a fireball at the specific location. Maybe a lot of people don't know that a dark goblin will like one shot a spear goblin, so they don't drop it to go and snipe that, or don't know that you can outrange an executioner with a dark goblin, or I don't know why we like dark goblins so much, but you guys are getting the drift, right? There's a whole bunch of different interactions that people will learn based off of these tips and these puzzles, and it would make the game more enjoyable for creators too, because we could create ideas on how to win those, and then it'd be more interactive with the community. People would have something refreshing to look forward to each week. So I saw this suggestion over hundreds of times over the years. Also, front page of Reddit multiple times. If there's a weekly challenge, it'd keep engagement and people playing as well. And then I told them like, hey, community managers, I know that you guys get a lot of hate personally. And by the way, whenever you're talking to them and you want to get across, a lot of the community managers don't actually have the ability to make changes because they are community managers. They aren't developers. They aren't the high head honchos at the game. So try not to like personally attack them, because number one, they'll disregard you and they won't listen to you and they'll write you off as a hater. Number two, you know, just want to treat people with respect. You want to treat human beings like human beings and not hate on them and say like really mean stuff. So this actually did get a response and they listened to it a little bit, but they didn't really like get to put any of that stuff into action. So I think that the only thing that we can do is make negative videos like Boss or B-Rad if the creators want to. Don't force creators to do that, because, you know, there's different people that do different things. Like I'm sure that no one else spent the amount of hours that I did to generally message them 5-page documents on why I think things are bad for the game. I don't even know if they listen to that, but hey, like there's different things that we can do to do that. You guys can spend less money as a creator. I'm not spending thousands of dollars on the game, creating like pay to win series that I know would make more money and more views for me. Number one, because I'm not proud of that content. I always try to create content I enjoy. And that's also the reason that I don't do a lot of the negative content, because I don't enjoy that. It makes me like surrounded and shrouded by negativity, and then it just makes me sad. So try to be a little bit more understanding. Like I know I use this as an example. No hate to this guy at all, by the way. Straight up, you're allowed to like voice your opinion and everything. Just try to be more understanding about the creators that are really trying to do that. I don't want to see the negativity and be shrouded by that at every single twist and turn, when we're also trying to enjoy the game and grow our YouTube channel, which is our dream and our goal. So I still love Clash Royale. It's still my favorite game. I'm working with what I got, you know. I love the community. I love you guys. Seriously, I wouldn't be able to do what I do without y'all. So thank you for that. And hopefully the game can turn around. Hopefully we can create a different environment where, you know, we're still telling the developers how we feel, but not overwhelming the YouTubers that are trying to create content the way that they like it, you know? So yeah, of course, I would say 100% it's all different if, you know, it's stuff that is thousands of dollars dumping in Clash Royale, and watch how aggressively I'm monetizing and dumping into this pay to win thing. But I don't really see many YouTubers do that, and I don't think that people really like doing that either. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Maybe we'll do more of these unfiltered stuff if you guys like it. For now, I'm tilted, but maybe we'll be tagged without the tilt next time, hopefully.